Early education is so important, so that's why we started the Code Like a Girl workshops, away from sort of different from the events. And they start from like grades 1, so kids as young as 6 years old. We teach them like computational thinking and concepts. So again, like I talked about, the concepts with coding, they're all kind of similar, but you can teach them in a certain way that kids, even with non-literacy skills, they can learn these concepts. So we do things like, you know, think like a computer, and we'll draw a big sort algorithm on the floor, and we'll teach them how computers would sort you by height, or computers would sort you alphabetically.
Oh, wow.
And we show them what the actual like thought process is, and actually, you know, if you break down a problem, how a computer would read that problem or write that problem. You know, just like humans, we read left to right and down. So do computers, they read left to right and then down, so you have to put your commands in a certain order. And so we teach all these kind of concepts to kids, but really fun and engaging activities. So it's not just, you know, 6-year-olds in front of a computer screen, it's 6-year-olds playing and running and like really interacting with one another, which is really lovely to see, because
it's probably easier learning it at that age too.
Oh yeah, they're like sponges, they just learn everything.
Yeah, totally.
And they're so curious as well, and really energetic, so it's just such a good thing all round. Like, you just get these girls asking amazing questions, and also just they're so like, they become best friends with one another within this short time that you're spending with them. So our code camps, so they're 3 days long, and by the end of them they're all exchanging numbers, they're all best friends with one another, they're all taking pictures of each other, and it's just it's a really, really good time. But in terms of the early education, that's really important, because I think what we've seen in the past is boys, they grow up with this technology. They're, you know, the Game Boy, the magazines they read, the role models they have, you know, it's so fitted and naturally like for them. Whereas these girls, you know, we are still giving them Barbies and baby dolls, we are still giving them tea sets, and these kind of toys don't encourage problem solving. And then added on top of that, we have a really strong issue where young girls from as young as 6 start associating brilliance and intelligence as a male trait. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of how that happens in terms of why young girls don't believe in their own intelligence anymore at that age. It's usually
at
that age.
6 years old.
It's 6 years old, yeah. So there's a big Illinois university research on it, which is, it kind of talks about gendered beliefs from young ages, and boys kind of believing in their own intelligence, but girls kind of stop at a certain age, and then that continues on to adult life.
Right.
So when you tell a girl that a toy or a class is for smart people, she's less likely to believe that she can do that class or she can play with that toy, because she doesn't identify herself as smart. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
And so we're seeing a real drop off, that young girls, they don't like coding, or they don't want to do tech because it's, you know, it's for smart people, and that's just not how they identify as themselves. So it's overcoming that. It's not just teaching girls coding, but it's giving them really strong, visible role models.
Yeah.
So women who facilitate our workshops, they talk to the girls about their careers and their stories, and so we have lots of web developers and lots of app developers and software developers, and they come and they talk to the girls, and it's just right there in front of them to see and to believe, and to like know that when they think of that programmer, that it's not Mark Zuckerberg that comes to their mind, that it's Stacey or Molly, who ran the code camp last month. And so it's just replacing that imagery in their head and making sure that they are confident with these skills and confident with the language, and just really sort of working on the confidence, the sense of belonging in the role models, really. Just this magic recipe of what you get at Code Like a Girl workshop to hopefully counteract some of the sort of damage, I guess, that our culture is doing to young girls, and really give them, because the thing is, that's where all the jobs are.